body. It's a Freaky Friday, yo. What are you going to be for Halloween? Kanye West. And I'm Kanye West. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What the fuck am I doing with my life today? What are we doing? Well, we're playing with Super Trooper down there. I just told him to his face and everybody laughed. I was like, next time I'm bringing my dildo because I know it's not illegal to walk through that door with it. And I'm not going to wash it. Red got up. He's like, oh my God. He just spent 3 minutes digging through my purse. And that was after this morning when I jumped on him for opening my cigarette pack. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who the hell are you? I'm really going to do it. Are you? Yeah, I got like a 7-foot... Excuse me. I think that thing's like 7 inches long, dude. Seriously, I'm going to make sure to turn it on, too. You're going to have more fun touching it than I do. Are you? Yeah, and I bought a bottle of lube just in case. I don't know. I was afraid. You brought lube? I said I would. I brought all the good stuff. I'm going to put that shit in my purse. Seriously, I told Diana as I was coming through, I was like, dude, I'm going to get him, bro. I swear to God, I'm going to get him. This thing has purpose. This is what I'm going to do. Let's hope that I don't just open my purse and it just falls out. Are you being Kanye? I mean, is there anything else? Like, I guess I'm just being me. Kanye couldn't even do some shit like that. Are you really? Yes. First, I was already going to dress up as a witch and terrify him. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. It's fucking Friday. It's Halloween. I'm totally witching it out. And then I came through. I didn't say shit to that motherfucker. I did the first time. I was like, I will see you all day. What happened? He checked my cigarette pack. I thought that was just obscene. And so I went obscene with him. Immediately? No. The second time. I walk through that fucking security 50 fucking million times a day, dude. Seriously? It has an imprint of my scan at this point, I would think. Seriously? Yeah. Anyway, so here comes this new guy with this new rule. And so I don't carry anything in there. All I drop in the bucket is my fucking cigarettes that has my card on it that I need to get in the door. And my keys and a fucking lighter. That's all I ever carry. My phone and my headphones just drops in the bucket. So there's nothing to check. This guy sits there. I've never seen this guy before. And he opens my pack of cigarettes. So my childlike mind is like, what is he looking for? It's like, oh, weed, I guess, because what else is in a pack of cigarettes? So I was like, I've never seen anyone do that before. I was like, if you would have found a big fat joint in there, what would you have done? And he's all, And, you know, it was shift change. Everybody's fucking first thing in the morning, and this guy, and they're looking at me. They know me. And they're, like, looking at him like, oh, she got you. I've seen this before. They're what everybody does. They know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, why? Like a kid, what are you doing? But why? And if you found one, what would you do? And he's like, well, I would have had to either ask you to take it back or, leave it outside, or I would have confiscated it. It's like, really? It's like, I've never seen that before. Right? I was like, is that your rule? Or that's just a rule? He's like, no, it's standard. I was like, no, that's not the standard. I was like, the new guy has new rules. He's like, I'm not a new guy. I'm a field manager. I was like, oh, so this is a rule that you don't implement to anybody aside from you? This is your rule that nobody else follows? It's like, and I walked away. Then I came back and I terrorized him some more. And I was like, let's start over. My name is the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm the spiritual witch up on the 5th floor. I was like, I'm a seeker of truth, and I look for understanding in all things. So I didn't understand why you chose to check my cigarette pack. He said, because it's a container. I was like, what does it contain? He said, I've seen people bring drugs in like that. I said, fair enough, but I, in my 42 years of life, have never seen that, whether going into a courthouse or going into an airport. I've never seen somebody do such things. So my next question was, if you found something, what you were going to do with the something. I was like, and I've never seen this. This isn't a standard procedure. How come you operate differently than everybody else operates? Is this the way? And he starts to say his seniority, that he's, because he's high up, you know what I mean? He knows better. Well, then how come they don't do better? Aren't you supposed to be the one? He's all, well, I'm here supervising. Well, a good supervisor would supervise the organization and watch how it's done and then implement any changes at the end of the day. They wouldn't just take over and implement brand new changes of people's procedures and policies. I said, you're new here. He said, no, I'm not. I was like, I've never seen you here. I've lived here for like 5-6 months. It was like that. We have 24-hour security around here. So I said that the first time, and I didn't say anything this third time. I came in and I just put my purse in there, and while he's digging in my purse, here comes, the staff, and he puts his hands up. He's like, I ain't got nothing. I was like, I know, this is obscene. And then so he finally gives me my purse back, and I said, I'm going to bring down my dildo next time. Big one. I'm going to bring it down for you because I know it's not illegal, and since you want to inspect something so, you want to get in so deep. And I did the pulling of the butt cheeks. Really? Yeah. Welcome to Freaky Friday. That's my attitude. That's my energy. Before I pull the cards, let me just tell you what we're dealing with here. Scorpio energy. Secondly, I had a download before I came in talking about my dildo. I said something in my video. I was like, I'll fucking take your man. It doesn't need to be magical. I am the temptress. I am the dark. That's what we were created to do, to tempt mankind, to tempt their flesh. And if they fell, oh well. There was no persecution to us. It was persecution to you. You knew better and didn't do better. I did not get in trouble the first time. It was, in essence, I was always made to do such things. I wasn't told not to eat the apple. You were. He gave you the 10 Commandments. He told you how to act. Our job was to instigate, to tempt. The devil is a liar. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and you give in to that. And it's not outside of you. It's your own temptations. They're urges. Primordial urges to give in. I'm going to go back to Scorpio season. Scorpio, by definition, is the sign of desire. It says each of us have a saying, right? So for Scorpio is I desire. A Scorpio that can't tell what they desire, can't speak their desires freely and truly and openly, is not a Scorpio. This is a season about seizing what you desire. I've shared a couple of memes about that. Who am I? I told you, I am the High Priestess Phoenix. In order to keep up with me, you wanted to catch my latest videos and what I post on my community page and my shorts. I am the Lilith reincarnated. I am God's messenger. I rule over the mind and the emotions. I am the divine feminine, here to lead the divine feminine awakening. And all of that too. I am the spirit of truth. I am all of that. So I'm just a spirit. I am the witness in the revelation times, having a human experience, which sucks because I'm walking through hell on earth, just the rest of you. I'm enduring my karma as I watch you do yours, as I do all my spiritual warfare work along with this, petty life. Ta-da! Today is Friday. Today is you are ruled by the heart and by Lucifer, the morning star, Jupiter. People can say Athena, but Athena had all of the fucking terrible traits too. Realistically, yes. They all did. Why? Because you can't just be all that. That's not realistic. Even Zeus had rage. You know what I mean? The fathers and mothers of God, of love, cried. It's a balance. Anyways, so that's what happened. Started my dance and shit like that. But it gave me an outfit to wear today and something funny to laugh about. And that was a good start to the day. What are you guys planning today? I'm planning to take over. Oh, but in essence, yeah, that's just what it is. It's like, that's why God sent me. Because I encourage you to go with your feelings. And in this particular case, I teach you how to harness the bad ones, so you don't go with those ones, but to go with the good ones. Yeah? Yeah. To go against. I am the rebellion. I am the you can. You can. Really? Yeah, you can do that. Let me just explain what might happen if you do that. Don't do that. Here we go. Let's change the frequency, yeah? Such a high frequency. Sometimes I hear those sound bowl things in my ear. Alright, let's pull some cards and see what the fuck is the adventure of the day. I was supposed to go to, oh man. Was or is or am. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I always have much more energy on a Saturday to do stupid shit like that. I was supposed to go to, Morgan's. I was going to save some money and go do laundry at her house. And she says I need to change the tire over, which makes perfect sense. Somebody told me that last time this happened. What'd she say? She's encouraging me to just go get a tire. I'm like, I don't want to be cruising in the streets in my Chevy Impala fucking down Federal and shit like that. I don't know, we might end up doing that. That's what I said. I was like, But I was going to go do laundry, and she's like, well, if anything, she wants to change my donut tire from the front to the back, because that's just extremely dangerous. And somebody told me that already, and I forgot they told me that. I forgot a lot of things, and that's about it. We were just going to hang out. Oh, and then we talked about that bell ringing job. I told her how I manifested it, and then I found a flyer. She's like, you should go over there. I was like, I'm not taking my donut. That's what started the whole conversation. It's like, I'm riding on a donut. I don't think I should be going anywhere but up the street. Realistically, yeah, and then I told her, and she's like, you're right. You're supposed to change that around. She's got a jack and all that. She do that shit. She loves that. She told me straight up. She said whenever we would do that, she said, I always signed up. She worked at, like, Grease Monkey. She said, I always signed up to do tires. Why? She's like, because all the squats, bro, buns of steel. All that squatting. I was like, dude, when I was camping and all that squatting, bro, for real, dude. And that's where it is my arms aren't that strong, but my back, and like, just like a horse, bro. I'm built like a horse. Really? Giddy up. All right, which cards God can't focus? The Notorious? That's not, we pulled one yesterday. Are we moving quickly? I guess we are. The Page of Wands. Isn't that the thing of communication? It's either communication or stalking. One of those cards that be the stalkers. I still go back to yesterday's video. Which card is the homosexual card? Which card says they're in a homosexual relationship? I see that a lot going on there. Homosexuals. I don't know. You just need to find out your truth. I'm not against you. But hiding it and being a whole fucking pretendo is worse than being a homosexual. Oh God, speaking about pretendos. Russell, we'll start the dark now after this. What is this? I don't know. It's a booty call. Is it? I don't know. It could be. What do you get off of this card? Oh God, I see an Aries. It's a booty call. I'm gonna know Aries as booty calls. Why? Because what else do you do with them? You call them for booty. Russell, would you agree? You call them for buns, right? Booty call. Cinnamon buns. Oh God. The mirrors and the are so sickening. Okay. I think I'm just going to sit here all day channeling and laughing. You ready for an all-day live video? And how long can you go? Longer than your boyfriend? Why can't they go long? Because they're not supposed to. I'm not the long game. You're not you can't touch this, dude, and then it's like over. You're like, oh damn, I tried. I know. Move on. That was fun. You got me wet. Now go. As I turn to Lucifer's card. What number are we? We're barely on number 2. Oh, and I gotta pray to God when we do this. The helpful God. Yuliel. Invocation. Come on, I'm just gonna skip the invocation. Please and thank you. Why? Because when I do these invocations and stuff, I've already done it a year ago. They're here to stay, bro. It's the same as the Egyptian shit. I don't do that ritual every card. I did one and done. That's it. We don't do it. Alright, the dynamic and wise seraph Yalel. What is it? What do we think? J's are usually silent, right? So it would be Elel. I don't know. Immerses the will in a vessel of dispassionate, primal, essential love. Through whatever. The will is sublimated and directed, becoming benevolent energy apt to calm conflicts and shed light on our most restless impulses. His presence, okay, so what is it? The light. Imagine again, like I tried to explain to you, you're a light being inside of here. So then what it is all of these teachings that teach what's going on in your body and how it's all fucking up, they teach you that it's an expansion of light inside of the body. You're holding more light. How much can you hold? I mean, it has to be integrated really slowly. I know that from experience. They tried to give me too much light when the Palladians connected with me. All of a sudden, bro, it was a full moon and I was just blinded. I thought I was going to have an epileptic seizure. I was in like the whitest white, and it was like I couldn't close my eyes. I couldn't open my eyes. It was like I thought I was going to die. Realistically, yeah, it was too much light. After that, I felt this, that this foreign chakra in my spine, this placement in my spine, an activation similar to all the other chakras, but not the same. And that's when I started getting different light codes from there. They couldn't just give me the imagery; it was too much light for my dark being. Really? I recorded it. It was the full moon of Christmas, like 2022, I think it happened. So when you take on too much light, which is truth, you take on the spirit of truth, which is light, and everything lives within the truth of the light. So your body can only handle it, and that's where it knocks your body down. As you clear out darkness, all that you fill with light. And you'll hear me in the middle of fucking crying. All of a sudden I start fucking making jokes and filled with joy and laughing it off. It's over. It's like I've got to the light now. I've broken through. Really? Yeah, but that's after acceptance. As soon as I hit that place of acceptance and I take that breath, then here comes the light. It's real quick. All right, so going back to it, let me say, El immerses the will, all right, so this is your willpower, in a vessel of dispassionate, primal, essential love. So he's moving light, right? Love through your body. Through El, the will is sublimated, becoming benevolent energy inside of your body, apt to calm conflicts and shed light on our most restless impulses. And that's where you're ready to trigger. That's what I get out of this. Is when you're about to trigger, here comes Jesus. Here comes the light to calm you down before you snap off. His presence announces influences and stimulates the arrival of something new, leaping from on high to materialized below, unless an excess of his peaceful influence creates a stalemate. The sense of there is a fly in here, and he's flying around me. What's your deal? He stopped right here. He's right at the altar. He was like flying in front of me, and then interesting. Today it was I read about the devas yesterday, and then I went through a paradigm shift over the night, and this morning I was connecting with the nature spirits real hard. I noticed that as we said, stalemate, that's exactly what I told Diana. That was the last thing I said. I said the energy's stale outside. It's not moving. You could look at the clouds and see. It's very stale. That's interesting. Anyways, so something simplistic that you wouldn't understand is, you know what I mean? As this fly comes and lands in front of me and is making eye contact with me, this is a soul that's connecting with me, just as well as that tree. That's a single branch on that tree is waving at me, but no other branches in any other tree is waving. I spoke about it earlier this week, is how we learned that I have teachings here to grow spiritually enlightened food. They have spirit. So I woke up this morning, I guess you could say, a higher connection to the spirit of all things. So as that fly approached me, it was no different than a dog or a cat. It had my full attention, and I looked straight down to it. Now, if I wouldn't have gave it my attention, what would it have done? It would have kept flying in my face. I'm as a spirit, all spirits. Truthfully, yes. And there's a story in Famanach about the fly. What's the story? Her husband was in love with a maidservant. And she did many things to her magically, but ultimately she turned her, I think it was the story of Famanach, I believe so. Or it could have been another one of the dark goddesses. Turned the girl into a fly. And the fly used to sit on his shoulder and would sit there with him until one day it died and she reincarnated and blah, 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 blah. So the fly, in essence, and there's always a saying, a fly on the wall. If I could just be a fly on the wall. Be careful how many times you may say that in this lifetime. All life has purpose, and it is life. It's just not important to you. You know what I mean? Why are there flies in the summer? Come on, what are they looking for? Same thing we are, fucking shade, shit like that. stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can just, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out because I had a moment with the fly, the Lord of the Flies. And that's where it is. Red says, dude, I see you do a lot of things, but that thing that you did that last week was weird. He said, I saw you go over there. I did not know what you were doing. I was like, I was communion with the bird. It was the hawk. Did you see the hawk? I said, yeah, but I just saw you and what you were doing to the hawk, or towards the hawk. It's like I was releasing my energy and calling it its. That bird sees all things and it captures it all. And so do I. So it's an exchange. I give the exchange of what's down here, and it gives me the exchange of what's up there. It's energy. Can't really see it. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of what I do you can't see. It's like, I just saw you. And that's where it is, you know what I mean? You'll see me do a lot of mantras, yoga, poses when connecting with spirit. In the middle of dancing, I put all my stuff down, and then I have to do my hand movements, and I have to move the energy, and I have to connect. I'm doing it right here unconsciously with the things that I do. What does it look like? A lot of hand movements of a belly dancer, I suppose. They're mantras of the hands and the movements. Realistically, yeah, that's how I connect. It's through your hands. Going back to Thor, he thought the magic was inside of the fucking hammer. It was inside of him. He's like, oh look, he sparkles. He got all mad and his fingers started, oh look, we'll call you Sparkles. You need to work on that. Really? Yeah. But I don't even have to use my hands. I can use my thoughts. All of that. When you realize what you have, what energy is, and what all things are made of, you can work with all things. It's a connection to all things. So, going back to this, the stalemate. There's a stale-ass fucking energy outside. The sense of satisfaction. Why am I hearing that like that? It's a song. It's like a beat, and then it goes, satisfaction. I don't know the song. They'll bring it to me. It could be EDM or something. I don't know. And consolation it conveys may satisfy us until we desire nothing more, and strife that ardor in a loving vessel that should submit to dominance of will, not vice versa. All right, so we're still with the Seraphim, the Page of Wands, Saturn, Aries, and the Three of Wands. Whoa, that's a lot of fucking energy. Aries is your identity. Saturn is your limitations. Three of Wands is your foundations. The Page of Wands is communications. Did I make that rhyme? No, the Holy Spirit did. I'm pretty sure it's communications because it's willpower, so it's an action force. Page of Wands. Let's find out who the Page of Wands is. That's the only one I'm not sure on. I've been reading them for 3 years now, but I read everything else. That's why I can't just, if I stayed on this, I would think if I did what you guys did, I'd know them better. Oh, I told you. It's Beltane, which is what we read about yesterday. New beginnings. Princess of Wands is a free spirit with dynamic passion for life. Right now, you are desperate for a fresh adventure. I am. I was trying to call in one. Fucking adventure time. Fucking. I don't ask for much. It's just that you don't have the freedoms to do the things that I ask for. That's so weird to me. You're grown-ass human beings. And you have your own life, but yet all of a sudden, you cannot do such things. I don't understand. What's the point of being grown if you're still a child? So she brings you just what you need. Something amazing is coming that will renew your zest of life. I'm so ready for something amazing. This might be a creative vision, a spiritual insight, a new job, a business, study, a birth, romance, travel, money, or just a whole new phase in your life. I feel it. It will make you think and act in a whole new way. I'm so becoming more my Lilith. I am always becoming. Hey, dude, I saw fucking Kobe this morning. Kobe, I love you, dude. Kobe came to me a couple times this morning, but he also came in the 3D with a video. I'm gonna cry right now. I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you that you need to wait till later when I upload it. And it's so fucking, it just meant so much. I know that like leaves all to your imagination, but everything Kobe says is so powerful. It wouldn't be a Friday without Kobe. He is, in essence, and as the books would say, he is the first dark angel that you meet on this journey, called Archangel Sariel, the angel of the dark night of the soul. The second angel in the dark night of the soul, in the darkness, the core, the black, is Archangel Zadkiel, which is Isis. So it's like, you know what I mean? I always meet him and my higher self as we go into the dark. Always. It's so wonderful. But, the message he had spread is like, it was just a good message, bro. You gotta catch it later on tonight. I'll post it. You will need to challenge yourself, even if it's a bit scary, because it will be worth it. Everything we do is scary. This might be your biggest adventure of your life, so don't let the opinions of other people or your habitual limitations put you off. And that's how I have all these unbelievable adventures. Because I don't care what people think. And I do push my limits. My mind stands in my way just as yours does. I try to explain that to you. The difference between me and you is I fight the good fight. I let my heart be free in this vision. I see a vision of me happy. And all I have to do is go towards it. Not huge steps, but get the fear. Work through the fear so I can actually make this a reality. Because realistically, it's just, I don't want to think about it because it's too hard to think about. It's going to be too hard to do that. But when you sit down and you make a plan of action, as we spoke about yesterday and all that, you break it into smaller steps and it's not so bad. Now, each step, of course, are still quite terrifying, but you do it. You just do it. It's not that you're not scared, it's that you push through that fear. You have to. Otherwise, you'll never do anything with your life. And that's what I mean. You guys are so afraid of what people will say. And you're afraid of what you think is a limitation. And it's an all excuses to me. It's an all excuse pass for everybody all the time. Your fear is not an excuse, bro. But you hold on to it quite dearly. One of the princess's powers is to enable you to leave your fears behind and experience a new freedom. It's never too late. For example, I said, I'm going to bring my dildo. Nobody's ever seen that. That would be hilarious. That would be crazy. And because this guy came in being a dildo, this would be absolutely fucking phenomenal. The only thing I have to worry about doing this is what other people will think. Why does she have a dildo? I don't got a man. Is there a problem? This opens a whole fucking thing. A whole big ass thing. The guys see me pull out a dildo and the women. Am I not allowed to carry a dildo? Am I not allowed to sexually satisfy myself like you guys? You guys run around pulling your dildo out and just touching it all day. Here, touch mine. All I gotta care about is what they would think. What's the repercussion of me having a fun adventure like this? How much trouble can I get in for pulling out my dildo? Can they kick me out of the shelter for having a dildo? Or bringing it through security? Obviously I already did if it's in the room. Multiple times. I've taken it out and back in. That's what you're supposed to do with dildos. I told him I wasn't going to wash it. That's where they got grossed out. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to go that far. But they don't know because I told them. I lied. Okay, I'm a liar. I'll tell them that. I lied. I washed it. What do you think? You want to dig deeper in my purse? There's some lube in there too. Then I'll start putting in freaky shit like, emblems of pictures of the devil. What else can I do? Fuck you, dude. I'm not breaking no rules. You're breaking the rules. You're breaking my balls. Has anybody ever did this purposely? I mean, people get caught all the time going through TSA with their dildos. And they're very, we see these all the time. That's a nice one. Most women, seriously though. Shall I? Don't you wish you could be there to see the look on his face? That's what we're going for, right? The look, that moment in time. It's gonna be the best Friday. I'm gonna push his limits. He's never gonna forget me. Not never. There was this one time, this woman, she called herself a witch. She brought a big ass fucking dildo through. I feel like if I could be brave enough to bring it through security, then I might as well just carry it around in my purse and just set it down when I'm trying to reach in and grab my wallet. I might make this the thing just because it's so funny to watch people. I feel like this is a super TikTok challenge. I'll go viral for this, for sure. That's just an example of some of the shit that crosses my mind and I think is a good time. I'm not hurting no one, am I? They're just gonna scar their fucking ego for life. You will never forget me. Nobody in this room will ever forget this moment. I'm gonna share this moment of joy with the whole world. And then I'm gonna walk in and eat a big hot dog. I'm the energy of obscenity. Shut up. That sounds like fun. I'm really going to. I'm gonna put my makeup on and look at like the sexiest bitch with the big fucking 7-inch yellow dildo. When I got it, I was like, why does it have a suction cup? I started laughing so hard about that. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Trying to visualize this, right? Yeah, so was I. My childlike mind couldn't take that. I laughed about that a lot. I'm going to tell him, push the button. It has like 10 settings. My favorite's the 4th one. You can really hear the angels. At the frequency of 4. Sorry. I might need to stay in my room today. I don't know if God's going to let me out of my tower. I'm going to take this whole motherfucker down with me. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious. The whole 7 floors. Did you hear about the girl that brought the dildo in? You call me a troublemaker? I'll show you trouble. She's a troublemaker. I don't need nobody to have fun. I'll be finding fun along the way. Alright. The Princess of Wands may signify a new friend or lover. I could get a lover out of this, for sure. Hey, you could get rid of that. Could intimidate a lot of men. I don't even know if my purse is big enough for that. To be honest, it's just gonna be hanging out. I'm so dead. Just put it in my hoodie. Oh, please. I want to be this brave in my life. To just walk around like this and just... Is there a law against that? We need to look up the penal codes. Oh, God. I'm a spiritual joke. I'm serious. Can I get in trouble? Can I get fined for carrying around a sexual device? Is that... Maybe I need to look deeper into this. If it's not, bro. If it's not, I'm gonna suction cup that motherfucker to the top of my car. I'm getting transmissions. I'm calling in a man. And you wonder why I keep getting gay men. I'm falling out of my chair. Somebody help me. Oh God. You're crazy. You want to see some crazy shit? I'd have to be crazy. But it's not. Logically speaking, I've worked out the variables. And what I'm doing is just fearful and frowned upon. If it was a man with a pocket pussy, do we have equal rights to carry our toys around? What if it was one that really looked like a fucking penis? They have them at the sex stores. They're like silly. They look like real dicks, bro. They have them in different shades and sizes. They come with hair and shit. I woke up in Kanye's body. That's all I can say. Hold Hold on. I got a bunch of shit in my throat talking all this shit. Alright, sometimes you have to spit and not swallow. Damn it. I told you, once we open this fucking box, bro. Once I opened my box. What's in the box? Sex. Sex. All kinds of fornication is in there. Alright, let's find out about our adventure with the wands. This is my magic stick. This is my magic stick. Dude, do you guys remember 2 days to like a week ago? I said we were gonna do a march of dimes with a bunch of women with fucking dildos in their hand. All right, I'm gonna start this revolution. Start passing out the flyers. I'm gonna give it a practice run. a soft opening. Marshall, what are you at? I need all my chronic masturbators to the deck, please. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yes, in the event of I really needed some, I have plenty. I have enough to go around. Go with my head. I'm dead. If they fill me with this much joy, I can't imagine what kind of dark soul I'm gonna. I probably shouldn't. I don't know. Am I gonna create a tower carrying this thing around? I'm definitely calling it an energy carrying around a frequency like that. I'm asking for trouble. Oh, God. It was such an adventure in my mind. The question is, can I do it in real time? I don't know. That's going to take a lot of will. What would Jesus do? He wouldn't be messing with that guy. I'm not Jesus. I'm gonna tempt the shit out of this guy. He's gonna go home with nightmares. You met the Dark Goddess. Meanwhile, Staff is just laughing at me. Oh, just another day in her hood. That was good. Alright, anyways, yeah. He or she is a bright, young, or young at heart free thinker, full of energy, warm, ambitious, adventurous, and well-intentioned, and will open up new possibilities for you. Life will certainly not be boring, and you will not regret the association. Unless you're shameful, unless you have a lot of shame and fear, you'll be like, no. That's why people they never know what I'm going to do or say. That's why I said that's why I was laughing about Morgan. We just react. I don't know. What reaction is proper? However, he or she is fiery and sparks might fly. They won't put up with jealousy or restrictions of any kind and will leave you as soon as they are experienced. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I triggered him. I realized I did. And that's why he's like, oh, you're being crazy. No, I mean, how I remember it and what you're talking about is either a lie or you got your story fucked up. I don't remember that. I think I triggered his jealousy. I'm not. That's one thing I don't carry. I have a lot of dark feelings. I carry pretty much everything, but jealousy, that's not of me. You can't make me jealous. That's something you'll never be able to do. You can't put a feeling. If I don't already have it, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't, because what it is we have all these feelings, and people don't put feelings on you. You have them, and they spark your feelings, right? You have love inside of you. It only gets sparked by the right person. You have hatred inside of you that's sparked by different people. You know what I mean? You have fucking jealousy inside of you that's sparked by certain people. I am not jealous of weak kind of mankind. I'm not jealous of how you look or what you have. I don't carry that. There is a lot of things I do carry, but jealousy is not. If that was the case, I wouldn't be speaking to, Kim Kardashian. I'm not jealous of her. I'm not jealous of anybody. I don't carry jealousy. Jealousy is envy. I do not envy you. I may hate you, but I don't envy. That's not something I carry. That and lies. I'm not a liar, not consciously. I won't just make up a lie. I'll tell the truth, or I won't make up a lie. I don't consciously lie. But jealousy especially. I've lied before in the beginning to try it out. And that's where it's gotten me in a lot of trouble. Most people would just lie, and you could have got away with it because they don't know the truth. Nah, bro. I can't lie. And I don't get jealous. I just don't. I don't envy anybody for what they have. And that's why I'm not materialistic. So that means whether you have or have not, it doesn't matter to me. If I was a person that envied other people, then there would be a statue of haves and have-nots. There would be some division between people. I would see them as better or me as less or something like that. I don't see that in the material world. I just don't. I don't envy. Something you should think about. All right, anyways, I won't put up with envy or jealousy or restrictions of any kind, and I will leave as soon as they're experienced. Meaning, I'm respectful, but I'm not controllable. You know what I mean? I make accommodations, and don't tell me I can't do something just because you think you have the authority to tell me what I'm capable or not capable based on your limitations. Don't tell me I can't. The very fact that you tell me not to do something, it's not that I have to do it, it's that I have to stand up and show you cannot tell me what to do. That's all that means. And that's what I said about that dude. I was like, I ended up with that dude on a dare. They said I wouldn't go ask him for his number. Well, I like the guy, and then we started messing around. So, and moving on. It was all on a dare. Don't tell me what I cannot do or what I can do. And that's it. It's like, it's up to my mind. Now, you could try to dare me to do some stupid shit. My mind's like, I'm not doing that. I double dare you, dog shit. Reverse meaning. The reverse princess can indicate procrastination, delays, dissatisfaction. You feel as though life is passing you by. But instead of seizing opportunities and having fun like me, you make excuses as to why the time is not right. I don't have no money. I don't have this. I don't have that. God makes things right. If you go and do the right thing, and that's what I shared. It came out of nowhere. He was a really good preacher. I miss church. Men have a very strong way of delivering God's word. You can see me get up there and get fucking very passionate and all over emotional on a Sunday. Men were given that authority because they have a good way of presenting themselves. So I shared this man, and he was talking about Paul, and man, he loved Paul like I love Paul. When you read that book, bro, Paul was fucking killer, bro. He was killer against the Christians, and then he was a killer for Christ, bro. Totally changed. It was an amazing story. He was a whole fucking warrior of blood that turned straight into a warrior of love, bro. It was amazing, and he spread it. One man, bro. And I want to point out his partnership with Titus. He had some partnerships that I do believe you guys don't read into the definition of these partnerships. Yeah? Yeah. I can't find a gay card in the tarot, but I can find some partnerships in the Bible that are very obvious that you see past. Very obvious. Wasn't uncommon to be in a partnership. It was all of that lustful shit. You know what I mean? Life will certainly not be boring for you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're down here. Despite your outward bravado, you are sacred, of new things, or you are scared of new things and afraid of failing. Sorry, I couldn't see it from way back here. So you never start or through because your energy is not channeled in a useful direction. People can get frustrated with you. As I see this, I saw Russ and I see Ali. Ali's inconsistency is so horrendous. I don't know if it's a mental illness or if he just really has that poor work habits. He disappears for weeks. And then he comes back on the same shit. Oh, we're going to create some new music. I wondered, it's the same shit. He's very inconsistent in his work behaviors. He's just very inconsistent. Russ, he's always starting new shit, but he doesn't follow through. For example, he'll only push a song for like a week. And that's just as far, like he lasts just a week. That's as much as you can get out of him. And then he's like, he disappears. He goes into creative mode, as you would say. It takes him a week to come up with next week's shit. You know what I mean? He spent 3 years or 2 years advertising that he was going to come out with a fucking hair care and did no more than that. Than a fucking goofy-ass fucking video, little monologue to this hair care. No fucking else. Nothing else as far as marketing or any of that. He doesn't put any effort into his projects. He's a project bitch. It's just about mass flow. Picking up pennies off of the dollar. You know what I mean? It's not like this one's going to hit because you never put into any of it. You've never put any proper marketing, and that's why people get labels, so that the labels can do, you know what I mean, the legwork. And you don't have a leg to stand on. And this next one is really awful. I say that every week, Russell. Gosh. I said it yesterday, he's digging for, he wants a story to tell people, but he has none of his own. So he starts this song out with, your dad stole money and your mom's on Facebook. What's the story here of your overcoming and you're such a success? Because what did you overcome? What makes you successful? That's all you're trying to do all the time is prove your success to the world. I cannot stand you. Now you're you've been using the manipulation of childhood traumas and pains because you see it's a movement. But you're not moving with it. You're just telling fucking lies and stories. If he ever told the truth in the song, it would be something that people listen to. But he's never telling the truth. He's fabricating it and trying to, sugarcoat it. If there was some depth to this cake, if there was some filling in this cake, you would never know because he keeps pushing all the frosting on top of it, trying to make it sound okay. He's talking about not feeling safe and having faith in this next song. When in Russ's entire life has he exhibited a feeling of, when do these words align with his actions? Again, he's taking my experiences and trying to wear them. He delusionally fabricates it into his life. He creates his life around my life and tries to, mesh it together and make these stories. You should go back to, you should be like a kid's, a storybook writer for kids. Keep it real simple. Because there's no depth to the bullshit you're talking about. You don't know what it feels like to not feel safe. And you don't know what it feels like to walk in faith. Fucking loser. The Princess of Wands reverse can also signify a young person like Russ and Ali, and all of you that are selfish, aggressive, impatient, disorganized, lazy, immature, who never have a good word to say about anyone or anything. Or is this you? Well, I kind of got there with you. For sure, as soon as I get in your energy and I start thinking about you and feeling you, I turned so negative. I am the happiest person until I look at you. And then we got these motherfuckers. Do not ever, if you are not a twin flame, or if you are, do not speak of the twin flames in my presence. You're going to ruin my vibe. You're going to ruin my fucking vibe bringing their energy into our conversation. The very moment I put my energy on their fucking vibe, it's ruined. It's sour. If I think of fucking Lewis, there's the loser. Think of fucking Russ, loser. Fucking Bobby, fucking loser. Fucking Fucking Logic, you fucking loser. Fucking Royce, you fucking loser. Bruno, who we don't talk about, is a fucking loser. These are loser-ass energies, bro. As soon as you think of them, what do you feel? When you think of Kanye, what do you feel? When you think, what do you feel? These are all about feelings. What does this person make you feel? How do you feel about this person? Get away from people that make you feel like that. I have done everything to get away from them. It's a personal choice. Lewis is the most loving, beautiful, kind, wonderful person. But he gives off a fucking terrible, fucking poor me, loser vibe. Victimhood. That's what they give off. Victimhood. It's the that's exactly what I said. Victimhood. That's exactly this card. You give off a victimhood. Marshall is a fucking victim to society. Fucking Bobby, NF, fucking, and Royce are victims to their wives. You fucking pussy asses. You know what I mean? Allie, what are you? A victim to a girl that dumped you how many? 4 years, 5 years, 20 years ago? You guys are victims. You walk around complaining. Not even quietly. You're a fucking victim. Now we got fucking Kanye West and fucking Kim Kardashian all playing victims. You know, I felt like I had Stockholm Syndrome when I was with him. And I felt like this when I was... Oh, yeah, now you want to tell it all? You want to tell all your fucking... You want to change the narrative of this happy fucking life? All right, Will Smith, let me get the fucking popcorn and let's hear what was really going on behind the closed doors. And how you came out so successful. Are we talking... do we want to talk about whose decision it was to have test tube babies, Kim Kardashian? Kanye told you to do that, or he said he didn't want to have babies with you? But he still had to participate, so you masturbated into a cup so she could have love? We're not supposed to talk about this. Where'd the cum come from? Where'd the cum come from? You put your cum in a cup. She put her egg in a cup and you put it in somebody else's fucking body. This is parenting? This is love? So this is love. Shut the fuck up! Why? Because she didn't have a fucking true stomach to hold a baby. She didn't have real boobs to feed that baby. She didn't have what it took to have a baby. She has what it takes to fucking fuck. You could fuck the shit out of that Barbie doll, but she's not a mother. She doesn't have what it takes to be a mother. None of the women in that family did. They turned men and women. Can't you see? Man-eaters. I'll show you how to take a man down. Anyways, going back to it. I didn't have anything nice to say right there. Yeah, that's of these people. You're a fucking victim. To what? Oh, I can't let my people down. Fine, victim. Special victim. You're not very special. I hear this story all the time. This was a good story. What was the Three of Wands? New foundations, but you don't have one. They're building new ones for us. Really? Fine, I'll read the card. Read it like a million times. Two of Wands is Dominion. Foundations. This card is about growth, progress, and enthusiasm. Are you growing? Are you enthusiastic? Not that song. You're not growing in that song. And Allie, got they. How the fuck? Nobody sees you for months, and you can't even pretend to look pretty on the fucking camera. You can't even brush your hair. Did you brush your teeth? You get on there with dragon breath too? Hey guys. You're so beautiful until you come out looking ugly. What the fuck's wrong with you? Just self-care. Just self-care. Care for yourself. Care for the image on the other side of the mirror. How you're presenting yourself to people. Russ comes out. Ugh. What happened to your big old fucking elephant chain? Vagina face with your scruffalufus. How come ever since you guys got this hair product, you and your girlfriend are walking around with bushy hair? Ever since you started selling this hair product, you and her have bushy hair. Are you growing out your vaginas too? Is that the thing? Fine, so shall we all. Grow out your vaginas. Bushies. Bush people. Anyways, going back to it. Thanks to good planning and determination, you're starting to get results. Still, you are considering expanding your horizons with new adventures in business, creativity, study, travel, and moving to a new place. A whole new world. I tried to run away. God said just to stay here a little longer. I told you I could do it in a day. It doesn't matter if I have money in my pocket. The Holy Spirit will guide me. They'll find me a place. They'll get me out of here. If I need to get out of here, they'll get me out of here. I don't fucking stay here because what? Because you said, shut up. My kids don't even, that's what my son said. They're tired of school already. They didn't make a connection. Why? Because we can't have a hard time making connections with you fucking people. But that's what he said. He's like, oh, did you find me that other school? We're ready. And that's what I said. I told Morgan that. I was like, I'm trying to move them into schools near your area because obviously I planted that seed and no other seed. And that seed's going to grow at the new year. It could grow faster, and that would be just too much for me, but I'd have to force myself into it. It could grow faster. Grasping opportunities when they present themselves, and success will follow. Oh yeah, and that was the whole bell ringing thing. That was perfect. Really? What else? I mean, I don't want to do a fucking important job. I've got the most important job there is to do. Do you think I have time to be important to you? I'm important to God. I'm his most important fucking employee here. I don't need to be your important employee. I just need a little check. Shit. Matter of fact, dude, if I fix my cars and the fucking snow comes, I'm going to shovel snow. I like doing that a lot better. It's good for my physique. Get to fucking minister to these goofy guys. Alright, you are capable of dealing with any problems that may arise, but don't be afraid to ask for advice or assistance. And that's where it is. I have a question. How many times can a man come in a night? It's like, well, that depends. Okay then. I think we can push these limits. However, take care not to neglect your day-to-day details and your eagerness for something new. What do I got to do today? Not laundry. Why do I have to do laundry again? You want to know the truth? I left a bag at home. I didn't realize that. I knew something was wrong when I was doing the laundry. I was like, how come I don't have so many light colors? I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, no, I didn't bring my blankets because I do those every other week. I didn't bring all the blankets and the pillows this time. I did them the week before when I went for the full moon. And so, I have more laundry than I shouldn't have laundry this much yet. And I don't really, but it's like, you know, it's a certain thing. So I really don't have to do that. What do I have to do today? I don't know. Clean my car? That's what I really have to do. And that's what I was going to, you know, yeah, I need to do that. I don't know. God will tell me. It's a need-to-know basis. Let's see. Three of Wands reverse indicates delays. That's exactly what it said in the Princess. Dissatisfaction or frustration, owning up to a lack of proper planning. A venture that looked promising fails, causing you disappointment. You are beginning. Hey, I want to teach you something about these jobs. Right? I had never not got a job before. I was like Lewis, one and done. Every time I applied to a job, I got a job. It never happened before. I experienced that a couple times this year, where I did interviews and I didn't get the job. That's never happened to me before. It doesn't mean that it didn't destroy me. It just was interesting to reflect on. It's not that I'm not good enough to win. That just wasn't supposed to be a job for me. I want to point that out to you. I had never experienced that in my life. If I went for a job, I got the job. I never experienced that. I could always get a job. There's been quite a few times that I've went to apply for a job and they haven't given me the job. And that's for probably, you know, all the best reasons. But I want to point that out is like when you lose or when you don't win, that doesn't mean you're a loser. Can you understand that, please? I don't know. It just came to me right here. What were we reading? Frustration. A venture that looked promising fails. Yeah, I'd be so sure that I'm going to get a job, but then I don't get it, and it fails. And that was more about being ready or being available for an opportunity. A lot of the times, God calls you to go clean the shit, and you're like, damn, I don't want to clean the toilets. Fine. But if you're willing and you get ready, you're standing in there in the line ready to go into the bathroom, he'll say, no, take all that off. I've got a better plan. Just go sit down. I'll find a better job for you. And that's really what that kind of looks like. I just want you to be aware of it. Sometimes, you know, like you get real pumped up to go talk to somebody that actually regrets or that rejects you. And it wasn't about winning that somebody's affection. It was about facing that battle of rejection. First off, you were too scared to do this job to begin with. You had all your reasons why egotistically or fears why you wouldn't do this job or talk to that person or move to that town. When you sit down, and that's what it is with Bobby, right? I just thought it would take too much. So I wanted it, but I never thought about it. Like really thought about it. Right? I sat there and it broke my mind for 3 days of how hard it would be. But it wasn't about his life was impossible. I just had to work through possibilities. And as soon as I saw it at face value, I was like, this is impossible. No wonder we don't try. This is literally impossible. And that's why I said, you're fucked. I can't help you. But that wasn't true, because I'm the spirit of, you know what I mean, of possibilities. So I had to work through it. But as I was working through it, and that's where it is, yeah, it was very frustrating. But when I got to the end of working through it in my mind, I made the impossibilities go away. So that means the fear went away. In essence, I accomplished it without actually accomplishing it. I was able to work through what it would take to be with you so hard in my mind that I already saw what it meant to be with you. The next question is, am I willing to do all that work to be with you? And then when I said that, it was like, if I got what I wanted, anything's worth it. And what did I want? And that was the specifics as the connection. I'll do all of this to have a specific type of connection. And that was the self-sacrificing, where I said in the beginning, I'm like, I'm not going to play your bait, your fucking, I don't want anything to do with any of this. I will not be part of any of this. How dare you ask Lilith to be part of any of this? That's very high and mighty. And the essence is like, what would you do for love, though? Would it be hard for you to help raise his children? No, I'm just being, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, I had to work through this. I said that, but that's not really true to my heart. That's just the face, you know, the face value of what it looks like. So when it is like that, like, all right, so for example, you're like, I could never take that job because that job is in New York and this and that, and I don't know, and this and that, but they already offered you the job. And that was the video last night, when God opens doors. Even then, you might not have peace, you have no peace of mind, so you can't walk through that door. God has always got the doors open for you. You just have to have the right mindset to walk through that door. And that's where it is I can't walk through this door yet. I'm not ready. I'm not mentally ready for this. And that's where it is right now. In my life, I wasn't mentally ready to move into an apartment. It was too much. All the responsibilities, just thinking about it, made me fearful, and I shut down. I wasn't mentally ready to think about a long-term relationship, just because of, you know, it shut me down. But I pick myself up and I think harder about it until I keep shutting down until I open up. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So say I want to move to, you know what I mean, I see a job and they're going to offer housing and they're going to offer everything. And I'm like, you know, I see all of the things that are stopping me. And you start working through that. Well, first the car or this or that. You start making plans and you realize it's not that hard. So then after you've made the plan and you see that you can do this and it can be done, is it what you really want? And if it is, then it's easy peasy now. Could you do this? I don't know if I could do that. Think about it. And then afterwards, come back to me. No, it's not something I think I could do. Then that means you're still limited, because you can do anything. It's your pride that's standing in between you and this task. If God asks you to do something, why can't you do it? And if he asked you, you're going to tell me what? You're not strong enough? He gives you strength. You're not old enough, or you're too young, you're too old. It doesn't matter. He gives you the power to do this. Why? What's stopping you? If he's given you this vision, right? So if I had an idea of carrying my dildo through the fucking security, what's stopping me? My fear of what? What other people will, the consequence. So then let's work through the consequence. Is there really a consequence? Is someone really going to kill me? And can I get kicked out? Am I going to get written up? And that's what I said yesterday, you know, when you tell them, you know what I mean? What's the consequence for you doing what you want to do? And that's when you've given your power to too many people. I think I'm pushing a huge limit here. But at the same time, we're going to fuck around and find out. Is there a law against walking around with a sexual device? I don't know. It can't be a law to carry one into your home. It can't be a law. And I can't carry it on myself through the metal detector, so it has to be in my belonging. And by law, he's supposed to open up my, as he said, containers and look through them. If I showed you how deep he was looking through my empty purse, you would laugh. What's in there? It's just an empty purse. This one, the other one, oh my God, it weighs 50 fucking pounds. It's got everything in the world in it. This one I just grabbed because I don't have pocket space. What's in it? My cigarettes, my wallet, my keys, hand sanitizer, Well, there's a couple of funny things in the front. You probably wondered what the vial was for. I got my nail polish because I still have not done my nails. And a lighter. And a nail file. And my spare key is in my car, so I don't want to do that again. And that's it. There's nothing else in here. There's nothing else in here. But yeah, it took him 5 minutes to dig through this motherfucker. I'm serious. So I'm going to... and it's very small. So I'm sure the motherfucking dildo is going to be popping out of it. Is this illegal? No. Is this something to fuck around and find out? Will it be a story to tell our children? Indeed. You get to tell somebody else. The people that are here get to witness it. What happens? I don't know. Am I going to go to jail for this? That's what I mean. Are you going to go to jail for having a good time? How far can I take this good time? How far can I take this dildo before I get in trouble? How many times can I round the roundabout before someone tells me I have to exit the roundabout? There's no laws. There's no signs that says I have to make an exit. There's a limit. There's a speed limit, but not a limit to how many times I can go around this mountain. What if I just did that? Because what if I just walked through security and then went back out and just kept going around making him touch the dildo? Am I sinning against God? Am I sinning against man? I'm making a scene, that's for sure. But is it a negative scene? Who is the negativity on? The person's ego that has to touch the dildo? It's his job. He gets paid. He's a supervisor. He came for this. Other people wouldn't do this. They don't do this. You said you do this. I'm going to cover it with the brand new lube. Is this illegal? Hi, I'm Lilith. I'm here to find out how far we can go. What are the limits? Is there really a limit to this bullshit? Because I'm a no-limit soldier. Call me Master P. This has been the best video ever. I wish you guys could hang out with me all day, but I really need to take a shower and decide if I'm going to really do this stupid ass shit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I just... I'm a little scared. You're so brave. I am, but I'm scared too. I'm going to do it though. That's how it is. Oh, don't do this. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm a lot of fun. Don't you want to have fun with me? I'm a lot of fun. All right, let's put this card up. We got the foundations. Oh, yeah. Anyways, we were talking about the job might not work out. This relationship might not work out. That's okay. I don't have to be a stepmother. Maybe not to his. It could happen. Why? Because we all come from failed relationships. I was going to have to be a stepmother with fucking... with Marshall. A grandmother with Marshall. Oh, you're asking for a lot here. Had to align with that. Yeah, I need a grandfather too. Grandfather to rhyme. Alright. Anyways, you are beginning to doubt yourself and get depressed about the situation. And that's it if you're not getting any bites. Nobody's being Tinder with you on Tinder. Shut up, bro. They're looking for something surface level. They want something sure. They want a for sure thing. You don't look for sure. You don't look like you're for surely going to satisfy their needs. That's how they look at you, dude. That's how everybody looks at you. Don't feel offended, bro. This guy that doesn't want to date me doesn't think that I can satisfy his needs. Okay. Bye then. This job that rejected me, they don't think I can do the job properly. Okay. There's somebody better. They're looking for someone that looks better, bro. You want to know the truth? They say they're not discriminate. I don't discriminate. I like all women. You liar. Liar. Kanye doesn't like a fat girl in fucking in lingerie. But I promise, my plus size in lingerie will make him go hip hop hooray! Ho! It's probably because he's gay. To be honest. Is he the homosexual card in our deck? I really thought it was the Scorpio fucking over there. I was sure that Mike Stud was our stud ranch. How are you sure? I'm so sure of it. Mike, don't make a liar out of me, bro. Why are you letting me be you're making people think I'm a liar, bro. I really believe it with like most of my heart that you're gay. Ellie, I don't know. I really don't. I don't think Ellie's gay. I just be bullshitting him. Kanye, possibly, dude. He's already had, you know, once you taste meat. Like a red-nosed pit bull. Sorry, Kanye. I'm sorry. But if a woman like Kim Kardashian couldn't satisfy your needs, and then you come out and you say that, you know, you had some gay tendencies, I think you need to dive deeper. This video is so awful. I cannot even. There ain't another tarot reader out there like nobody does it better, right? No, I'm not going to your fucking PTA meeting. You want a person like me in public? Are you serious? I can't hold back, you know. No, I don't want to meet your parents. I assure you they're not going to like me. It's not that I'm not likable. I offend their way of life. I'm offensive. You take offense to my being. Just me being is offensive to you, human beings. Well, you know, go ahead, defense. All right, here we go. Perhaps you and your romantic partner got together too quickly and have discovered that you do not want the same things from life. Or it could be a long-distance relationship that's not working. This is not working. This is not working. I need a friend with benefits on a regular basis. That's a long-term commitment, right? Realistically, yeah. I don't know. We should put this on a schedule. That way we can like start to, you know, make a pattern out of this. That's what I was thinking, right? It becomes patterns. You make it a pattern of somebody, right? For the rest of you, I don't know. What the fuck did you want? All you wanted to be was a rapper. Now you're a rapper. Now what are you going to do with your life? What does she want to be? What are you going to be? What are you going to be when you grow up? Is this all you're going to be? You are? Well, then why do you need to wake up tomorrow? If you came to life to just be what you are today and there's no growth to be had, then you might as well be dead. Really? Yeah. I'm fucking honest, dude. Align with your fucking true purpose or, you know, just align with death. If you really don't want to do anything more with your life, then you should just die. Not take your life, but just accept that, you know, death is, you know, accept the possibility of the next life. If you don't want any more life from this life, at least start manifesting your next life. Because you're just in a... That's a terrible place to be. Really? Yeah. Ew. Anyways, long-distance relationships don't work for me. Why? Because my love language is time and energy. That means FaceTime and energy. That means feelings and conversations. It doesn't involve money. It's time and space. You're spending time in my space. Hey, there's somebody there. Hi. I saw somebody in the comments. I didn't see that before. Anyways, moving on. Well, is there an outcome? I almost don't want to know how this comes out. I'll tell you about it later. Really? Yeah, I'm going to have an adventure. It's adventure time. I'm having fun. I'm going to take a shower first, though, and do all that. Perhaps. And a good meal. What else do you have planned? I don't know. It's Friday. We're waiting for a tower to hit. I'm in the tower. I'm waiting for Prince Charming to come rescue me from my tower. No, it's usually a fucking twin flame shooting fucking arrows of fucking hate over this way. It's fucking hate crimes. And I have to fucking unleash the fury. I don't know. Could be a good day. I feel like it started that way. But on every Friday feels that way. It's like, oh, it starts out so nice. First they're sweet, then they're sour. Will they really do it? I don't know. It sounds like fun. I had enough fun just thinking about it, to be honest. And that's where you just like, do you really have to experience it to enjoy the fun, to enjoy it? And that's where it is like, do you have to have an 8-time world championship fucking trophy to have that experience of being a championship winner? Do I have to see the look on their face? Do I really have to take the actions to see this, or I can just enjoy it in my mind? Some of that stuff is not worth chasing. Some of it, man, it's never been done before. I could do something that's never been done before, and that'll be good. It's all up to you. It's your life. You do whatever you want. That's what you're supposed to do. But not just the things you want, but the things that bring you joy. And that's what I said. Wants is envy. You want, I want this, and I want that, and I want to do what they're doing. I wanna. All right, I want to see one of you do what I'm about to do. And for my next trick, what's behind the curtain call? Oh God. Should I really? I feel like if I do, I'm just instigating, to be honest. I feel like I'm just fucking with them, to be honest. As fun as it sounds like, I feel like I'm just fucking with people. The only bad feeling I have about it is not that I'm scared. I don't give a fuck. The only thing that it is I feel like I'm being extra. I'm doing too much. I notice when I do. And sometimes I'm like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it. And that's where you gotta be like, nah, that wasn't really necessary. You went a little bit far on that one. Me telling him was enough, I think. That I told him that I had one and I was gonna bring it. That made him think. That made him scared. He's already scared. He wouldn't even give me his number. I'm just messing with him. And as far as putting on a show for the crowd, that's like that class clown. It's like, hey guys, look at this. Watch me bully this guy. Really? Yeah. So that's where I can sit down and just have a really good laugh in my head about, possibilities, but not really have to pursue them. Not everything needs to be expressed and experienced. And we don't need to, catch this on camera or make a song or dance about it. But if I'm ever bored, now that I've already thought through it, I know exactly what to do on a dull day. I know how to make a great day out of it. And I can do that just for fun, not to do it out of revenge. And that's what I'm doing, is I'm doing it not for fun. I'm having fun taking revenge on a person. Because that person, it's one person that has to check, and I already told him I was going to do it because he pissed me off. It's vengeful is what I'm doing. I'm not just doing it out of fun. And that's where it becomes very dark. It's like I have the best intentions, but there is still there's a dark condensation to this. I'm really getting joy out of and watching everybody laugh at him while he touches it. And he's going to feel the humiliation, and he's going to be scarred from this experience just because I want to laugh. No, that's why people don't do certain things like this. Now, if I was to take it outside and stick it to my car, or pull it out and at supermarkets and stuff, then it's just intentional fuck around and find out. I'm not hurting nobody. I just want to see what happens if I do this. There's lots of these fucking, these memers that go out and do stuff, play pranks on people. It's playing a prank on a person, sort of. I mean, if I'm doing it in generality and, I guess everybody's offended, then it's not a thing. But I'm really taking it out on one person, and I probably shouldn't give him the dick. He didn't ask for the dick. He didn't ask for the D. Fucking vagina. I won't. And that's what I'll have to do all day, is don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that's really what it is. It's all fun and games until you realize there's a person on the other side that's being hurt by your actions. It's going to be embarrassing for him. He'll be scarred from it for life. Just because I wanted to laugh. Marshall, do you understand that? Do you see the mirror in that? It's a good joke. It's a good joke. But there's somebody on the other side that's not gonna think it's so funny, and it's actually gonna hurt them really bad. And that's where it is. I try to catch myself, sort of, when I can. All right. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna dick no one down today. I'll just keep that energy to myself and I don't have to give nobody else the dick. I'm projecting. I'm calling in dick, not dicking other people down. I'm so dangerous. Now you see why I need to live in the woods, away from mankind. You fucking terrorize me, I'm gonna terrorize you, motherfuckers. Don't fuck with me. I'm here to help you. Don't fuck with me. God, you better get your kids. I'm gonna fucking dick them down. I'm gonna turn into a priest real quick. That's so fucked up. It's a mankind joke. We don't do that. Only mankind does that. What kind? Those kind of men that praise God. Oh, Jesus. Just kidding. Love you. Later. Bye.